Hello and welcome back to Jönköping Regional Championships. We are here on Saturday evening with our first final of the tournament actually. I hope you're still there. I know lots of you are more interested into Masters, but I really like giving juniors exposure. So Nick, I'm very excited to share commentating this final with you.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Yeah, same with you. And yeah, I feel the same way. It's not often, especially on, sort of regional streams, it's not often that we get a chance to actually show off our juniors and seniors. And it's like I would say, if you make it to the finals, even in juniors and seniors, you deserve to be shown, to be honest.
Yes,
so yeah, it's really cool.
You definitely do. You took a long way. Both players are actually 5-0, so both undefeated so far. And
wow.
They made a long way to the final. It's a long day for them, especially for the kids. And they were very excited when we told them that we have the chance to show their finals online. They were in it 100%, and yeah, it's super cool.
Yeah, absolutely. You can sort of see. I think now that they're both sat down, perhaps maybe the nerves setting a little bit. They've got their game faces on.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, and even them wants to, lose at the final hurdle. One of these two will be the Jönköping regional champion here in the juniors division.
And look at Marley. He's riffle shuffling with so much confidence. He's so small.
We have tried to adjust the camera as much as possible.
Yeah.
Believe me, this is this is just how he's shown up. So. Yeah, he is somewhere down there.
Yeah, and also I'm happy that we have with Monika the first girl in this stream.
Yes, absolutely.
So yeah, it's nice to see.
Honestly, generally speaking, I feel like the girls are better represented in juniors and seniors than in masters a lot of the time.
Yeah.
I think because we've never had a masters female world champion, but we have in juniors and seniors. I remember, was it Jean Hasabe in? No, it wasn't Hiroki Yano. There was a Japanese girl that won Worlds in 2010. I remember.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
I had no idea, Nick.
Yeah. I only remember because I remember seeing like the sort of summary World Finals videos from that year, because they did like one for each division, and yeah, it was definitely a girl that won finals in 2010 in juniors.
Yeah. Also, unfortunately, our prize cam got it fell down. Someone was too excited, so for this match we won't have a prize cam. We're hoping to fix it after the match, but at least for tomorrow Masters Top 8 we will be able to fix it for sure.
Okay, and there we go, we are off, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like Marley will be going first. You can see that is a Growlithe, which is not a card we've seen all day.
Yeah, actually, what's the matchup we're seeing here, Nick?
Yeah, so Monika is playing this deck we've seen quite a bit in the Metal game already, this Zapdos Ultra Beast sort of multi-toolbox attacking deck, and Marley is playing Reshiram and Charizard with the Arcanine line.
So at this point of the tournament we are familiar with those decks, but of course it's every pilot pilots his deck somehow differently, so I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. And also, actually, although we have seen both these decks before, with this we've even seen somewhat similar build to Monika's Zap Beast build before. We've not really seen this kind of build of Reshiram Charizard featuring this Arcanine line. You can see there, it's a stage 1, but for 4 fire energy it can do 190 damage, which is a lot actually.
It is. And I'm excited to finally see it.
Yeah, definitely. It's one of the free builds that we've seen really becoming popular.
It's also with Acrobike. We haven't seen such an aggressive build.
No, definitely not.
Also, 2 Marshadows already in play. There's a lot of stuff happening at the moment.
Yeah,
I feel like we've already missed something.
Yeah, well, Marley's just trying to dig through his deck as much as possible. He's already got, like I said, but he plays 2 Marshadow, and that is both of them gone now. So Monika won't be able to do. Sorry, Marley won't be able to disrupt Monika's hand as much throughout the rest of the game. But if he finds what he needs here, I don't think that'll matter too much.
Yeah, so what exactly does he need here?
Just anything. I think that he...
Anything welder? Or is it too early? It might be too early.
It might be, although against any other deck it might be fine actually, but against Zapdos Ultra Beast, all Monika would need is a switch and a lightning energy, and the Growlithe could be KO'd. Actually, wait, no, how much HP does the Growlithe have?
I don't know for sure. If we could have the Growlithe, that would be nice. And we see Stella Wish. Look how fast Marley's playing. It's insane.
This is another thing.
He's so confident.
This is another thing we see quite often in the junior and senior divisions. The players play faster than the masters, to be honest. And
Oh, it has 80 HP.
So
That's huge for a basic.
Yeah, it is. So because I was
Especially
thinking,
for such a fluffy basic.
yeah, that's what I was thinking because there's quite a few quite a few Growliths that I remember from previous that had quite high HP for evolving basics, but 80 still gets knocked out by a Zapdos. That's what I wanted to know because if it was 90, then obviously that'd be different.
Yeah. So we see another Acrobike. He hasn't played it yet. Only took it from the Stellar Wish.
Yep.
Now he's playing it.
So what does he get off this? 2 cards. Is that Fiery Flint and something else?
I think so. We'll know shortly, I'm sure.
Oh, a Jirachi. Yeah, so. Yeah, it definitely makes sense to discard the Jirachi there. Doesn't really need another one right now.
I think he drew the Nest Ball.
Yeah. Oh, no, he, it wasn't the Nest Ball. The other card was the Fiery Flint.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
So he discarded the Jirachi, which is, and he gets one with the Nest Ball. That's probably why he discarded the Jirachi from hand, because obviously you can just get one with
Yeah, he doesn't need 4 of them in play.
Nope.
And
although he doesn't have much space for attackers right now, it seems like. Oh, actually goes to Guzma, interestingly enough. Brings up the Zapdos. This is quite clever because it means that not only can Marley do another Stellar Wish, but it means that it's trickier for Monika to do an 80 damage Thunderous Assault.
Yeah, it's very tricky. She needs basically one more card.
Yeah, need like
either Switch or Guzma, or she can't only retreat, she needs something else.
Yes, indeed.
And
no
we see a Welder he's taking from Stellar Wish.
Yep. Can't use it this turn, obviously, because he has played the Guzma, but he'll be pretty happy to see that for next turn. Especially because he's got that Fiery Flint in hand. Although...
Oh, yes.
Oh, small problem, though. The only cards in his hand are the Welder and the Fiery Flint, so he doesn't have anything. He'd have to discard his whole hand to play the Fiery Flint next turn.
But he gets at least one more card he draws from his turn, and if Jirachi wakes up, he can use Stellar Wish again. Actually, he can use Stellar Wish anyhow.
Yes, so as long as he hits a trainer off the Stellar Wish, then it's okay, because he can discard whatever he gets off that, and then Welder attaching it to the energies he gets.
And it's Monika's turn, and she looks like she needed to attach a Rainbow Energy. That's not really nice, but also not super bad in this matchup, because most of Marley's attackers are able to KO the Zapdos anyways. Yeah,
so I mean, all Monika wants to see really here is a skateboarder switching card. A little bit like that. That was very, and also escape rope is absolutely fine here, because anything Marley puts out will be KO'd by Thunderous Assault.
And we see her own Stellar Wish. She draws in some Ultra Balls, the alternate art ones. They are really cute, really nice.
Yeah, I like them too. And actually sees the Nest Ball, which is absolutely perfect. So that means Monika can just get down another attacker for later on.
And that's really important.
Yes.
Because her Zapdos can get KO'd easily. So
we should mention sort of the different Ultra Beast attacking options that Monika has. She's actually playing kind of a similar build to the one we saw in the last round feature match. So she's playing the Pheromosa and Buzzwole. She's playing the Ego Kartana, like the whole range of different ones.
Yeah, she's also playing a normal Buzzwole, a non-GX one.
Yeah.
So also an Ultra Beast.
Yes, of course. I mean, that's the one that's been featured in pretty much like all of this, just because it is just that insanely good.
And we see Monika taking the first prize in this match.
Yep, so there's the Thunderous Assault, goes to KO the Marshadow. I'm sure Marley won't be too upset about losing that, but there goes the Stellar Wish.
And he can find a trainer card for sure.
Yep.
Looks like he might be going, he's going for Acrobike.
Yeah.
I wonder if he decides to just discard it, or maybe going for something else.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she does.
He's playing it.
Yeah, so you could have made an argument to maybe just use the Fiery Flint straight away, but deciding not to do that, maybe you find something better instead. Ooh.
Actually,
Fire Energy and a Nest Ball. So.
Yeah, discarding the Fire Energy.
Yep, and now he just does do the Fiery Flint, discarding Nest Ball and the Tapu Lele, which he drew for turn. Definitely don't want to be benching that right now, but 4 Fire Energy is exactly what you want to see.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So there's a potential for a pretty crazy turn here if Marley can just draw an Ultra Ball.
Those fire decks, they can just heat up so fast.
Yeah, they really can. I see what you did there.
And there's the Welder.
Yep, 3 cards. Oh, that is an Ultra Ball. And the switch! Marley's got the KO!
That's so much! Oh my god. Ultra Ball.
Just grab Arcanine and attach Fire Energy.
There's Arcanine.
And attach Fire Energy and switch. In fact, no, you don't need to do that. You just play the switch and do Grand Flame.
Yeah. You just do the switch, attach the energy even. It doesn't make sense to attach it to something else, but potentially.
God, that's good.
to the Mars Shadow.
Yeah, that's the only problem. Actually, there's nothing good for Marley to attach to,
Yeah.
but the attachment is non-optional. So you know.
I mean, it's not too bad. In theory, he could retreat Mars Shadow.
Yes, yeah, that's true, I guess.
It might have even made more sense to attach it to a Jirachi so he could manually retreat it.
Yeah, possibly. Although the thing is, he wants to be using Stellar Wish, and if he does that, then he needs a skateboard. So at that point, the energy will be stuck there. So actually, the Mars Shadow is probably the best thing to attach to.
True, true. On the other hand, or on the other side, we see Monika Stellar Wishing for an Electro Power. So yeah, she deals 80 damage with Thunderous Assault. Electro Power adds 30.
Yep. So if she can find another one, that will be.
She needs another one.
Yeah, and then at that point that will be enough for the knockout. So, gonna be a big Lily here. Does she find it? No. Oh, big miss.
She also explicitly needs Electro Power.
Yes.
Kui won't do the job.
No. So it's gonna have to be Thunderous Assault for 110, just 30 short of the knockout, and Marley's got to be happy about that.
Oh yes, I'm sure he is.
Yep.
He can use the Arcanine again.
Yep. And does
the Volcanion?
Yes.
Yes.
And that's a much better thing to attach to. So.
Oh yes. Oh, and I think he's already attacking.
Yep.
Yes. Yes. Oh, that was a fast turn.
Yep. Again, just a Grand Flame puts 2 more down, and
we see a Stellar Wish, and Monika really needs to find another basic Pokemon now, and I think she knows.
Yes.
Oh,
she finds just an Electro Power, unfortunately.
That's what she needed last turn.
Yeah.
And she doesn't look too happy.
No, I don't. I think. Does she not have a way of getting a Pokemon? I wonder.
I wanted to.
Takes an escape rope.
She was checking her hand a bit too quick. I'm not so sure if she might have another supporter card.
Well, no, that would be something at least. Yeah, but it looks like it's a Lily.
It really does not. It's a Lily.
Yeah.
Ah, there's a Pheromosa Buzzwole.
Yeah.
We see a Choice Band getting attached to it.
Yeah, I think the sort of the struggle there is obviously.
That's a switch. Oh. Very golden one. And an escape rope.
Yeah, she's just trying to burn as many cards as possible from her hand for Lily. But, I mean, the problem with Pheromosa Buzzwole is that it's a free prize attacker which gets KO'd easily by Arcanine. It's like the last thing.
Yeah, it really hurts, but she has no other option.
Yeah.
And we saw the Lily. And really, again, she didn't draw two. There's a let loose. That's at least another option for her to get a new hand. And also to disturb Marley a little bit. Because those fire decks, with Arcanine it's not too hand heavy, but they rely on drawing Welder at the right moment.
Yeah, of course. I mean, to be fair, Marley is so far ahead of this game, I don't think it's going to matter too much, especially that Monika's now had to bench that Pheromosa Buzzwole. That is just easy free prizes at any point in the game for Marley.
Yeah, that's so true. And also this Jirachi. Jirachi is also weak to fire, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it doesn't really look good for Monika.
Especially because Marley has played this so cleverly, and you notice that she's not benched a single GX Pokemon. She's been attacking purely with her non-GX options, so the Arcanine and she's got the Volcanion to follow up as well, but she hasn't even needed to use it yet.
Yeah.
Marley playing this very, very well, and really showing perhaps a skill level beyond his years. Perhaps.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Even though he's playing so fast.
Yeah.
And that's the second KO for Monika. Yeah. There seems to be some kind of,
I think wasn't sure whether it was knockout or not. Yes, it was. The switch was played. So, yeah, now Marley needs to, again, think about what the best way to go forward with this is. If he finds a Guzma here, he is laughing all the way to the bank, but I don't think he's got it yet. Oh, no, wait, he does. Is that the Guzma in his hand? Yeah, it is. Oh, my God, he's got the Guzma in his hand.
So what is he actually hoping to get from the Stellar Wish?
I think he's just digging through more cards just to make sure that he thins his deck as much as possible. He's just sort of further cementing his win. It's got another fire
energy.
Yep.
So that's 190 damage times 2, so that's for sure enough.
It's 380 damage, Lydia.
380. So that's a really hot heat tackle.
Yeah, it is. Although, of course, the self-damage from the heat tackle means that the Arcanine will be knocked out as well. But when you take your free prize cards, I don't think you care too much.
Especially because Marley is in such a good position.
Yeah.
And I think Monika knows.
Yeah.
And the Marshadow and the Jirachi, they are very easy prizes. And I mean, the Volcanion is there. And look how hyped Marley is.
Yeah.
I think he knows that he almost got game 1.
Yeah. And not only that, but actually the fact that Marley had to sort of over-attach energy compared to what Volcanion needs to attack earlier. Granted, he had no choice, but this could end up being really clever regardless, because now he can just attach one more energy to anywhere, and he'll still have enough energy on the field to do the extra damage with Volcanion's attack, which means that he can do so he can do 110 and KO anything.
That's true. That's true. Sometimes it's those things you don't really see coming when you're not used to actually play a deck.
Yeah. Yeah, very, very, very much so. Because obviously, he can KO the Jirachi with the attack regardless of the weakness, but it wouldn't KO a Zapdos without the 4 energy on the field, and this Marshadow is almost certainly going to go down.
Yeah.
So,
but let's see what Monika's trying to do here. She searched for Tapu Koko Prism Star. She's attaching an energy to Marshadow, interestingly.
I mean, there's not much else good to attach to, let's be honest.
Shrine of Punishment, Lily.
Shrine of Punishment, crazily enough, just not even hurting Marley at this point, even though, it's even though his deck is a GX focused
but we
most
haven't
of the
seen
time.
a single GX Pokemon from him yet.
No, again,
not even in his hand.
No, because again, Marley's just played this very, very well.
But we can confirm he's playing them.
Yes, I believe it's 1 Dedenne, 1 East Snorlax, and 2 Reshiram Charizard.
Yeah.
Oh, we did see the Tapu Lele, actually.
That's true.
Yeah,
we saw that.
Mm-hmm.
And we see her grabbing a Cynthia, obviously not being able to play it because she played Lily already, but saving it for a potential next turn.
Yeah.
But I doubt we will see that.
Yeah, I mean, Monika's just going to roll for sleep, and then all Marley needs to do is retreat.
Retreat and
High Heat Blast will do 110, 220 actually because the weakness, and that's the game.
That's game 1.
Yes.
And wow, that was fast.
Yeah, that was. Marley is just seeming like got this really insane pace of play going on.
Yeah, it was insane. And oh look, he's already he's marking it, putting the pen away, and being like, okay, I'm ready to go.
Well, I mean, it's one of those small little silly things that most people overlook. But marking your match slip between games is actually really important because it clears up a confusion for judges, especially because it's a written record of what's actually happened. So
that's very true.
Yeah, there's a limitless top tip. Mark your match slip between games.
It's a Nick tip.
Yeah, Nick tip. There you go.
Don't do any kimono.
Oh, that's oh dear.
Very much light on the face.
Okay.
I'm sorry, we can't really do anything about that now.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
We just got informed that the light on his face looks very light, but at the moment we can't really do anything.
Yeah.
Because at DreamHack, of course you guys at home don't really know that, but at 4 p.m. they turn off the lights because it's a LAN party here, so people bring their computers. They have actually crazy setups.
Yeah.
They really build boxes and then have their LED stripes or other stuff around them, and really they are sleeping there. You can sleep in the hall, and it's crazy. Also all different age divisions, younger kids playing Fortnite, older adults playing Counter-Strike, and it's quite crazy here. But this is why we are sitting in a dark room with very bright lights. It's different to what we're used to.
Yeah, definitely.
But
I will say, I don't know about you, Lydia, but I think it's probably because of all the computers in here. It is quite warm in here.
It is really warm in here, and that's not because so many people are playing fire decks.
Your pun game's stronger than mine nowadays, Lydia. I'm slacking. Oh wow.
So those those two were taking their time to do the setup for the next game. But I mean, game 1 was pretty fast, and in top 8 you have more time than in Swiss Run, so that's fair.
Yeah.
They can take their time.
Yeah, and I think Marley almost drew 8 cards there, but put one back, which is that's all fine.
Yeah, and he also did it the clever way. He just placed them in front of him, did not look at them, made sure that the order in which he draw them is still
obvious.
Obvious. So in case he makes a mistake, then no harm was done.
Yeah, so prevented a possible penalty situation from happening. So that's very good going. So there is.
I think he just asked how much time is left.
Yeah.
It's the juniors head judge you can actually see behind Marley. He responded, so players are informed now. There's still plenty of time. Of course, they shouldn't play too slow.
Yeah, of course.
And let's see. Maybe we can see a more even game now.
Maybe we can. There's Marley gets the start now. Yep, there still sticks the handshake, and the game begins. Looks like Marley has, unfortunate. So Marley's been forced to start with that Reshiram Charizard this time. Not really what he would have wanted given his approach in the last game.
But I think it's not too bad.
Oh, no,
this Reshiram Charizard, they can handle a lot of damage.
As long as that Reshiram Charizard can KO 3 of Monika's Pokemon, then it's traded evenly. So I'm sure he should be able to do that. So.
I mean, 270 are at least 2 hits, if not 3 hits from Zapdos. So
yeah, because as we know, the way this Zapdos deck wins is not by taking big one-hit knockouts. It's by taking cheap, easy prizes on smaller things, and then on the bigger stuff, it needs to build up damage over time. So as long as Reshiram Charizard can put the work in before the KO is eventually reached, it should be fine.
Yeah. So Monika's playing a few nest balls. Building up her bench, we see 2 Jirachis, 2 Zapdos. This is actually what you want to see at the beginning. She also finds a basic Lightning Energy in her hand. That's a bit better than the Rainbow Energy, because not only do you need to place 10 damage counters, like 1 damage counter, 10 damage on the Pokemon you attach Lightning Energy to it, but Rainbow Energy to it.
I just want to point out Monika's opening hand had 3 nest balls in it.
Yeah, that's just very good.
That is very, very good. The only shame for her is that she doesn't really have anything to follow it up with. I mean, even if she could just switch and to the Jirachi and get a Stellar Wish off, that would have been good. But I don't think she has the means to do that. So she just had to attach the basic Lightning to her bench. Oh, but it looks like she's going to be bailed out anyway, because there is the Marshadow. They're going to be able to do. Marley's going to end up doing Let Loose, and Monika's going to sort of kind of be saved here.
Yeah, but we'll see how much that actually helps him. Let Loose is always a risky play. It's only 4 cards. It can be 4 really good cards or 4 really useless cards, especially if your deck is still that clunky.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, actually, Monika statistically is more likely to draw well off of this, because she's already played 3 Nest Ball and she's gotten 3 Pokemon out of the deck.
Yeah, and apparently Connor is fixing the lighting. I hope it's not blinding Marley.
Yeah, no, it should be well. So we don't want these players to be uncomfortable, so we want to try and maybe make things a little bit easier for them. And so if you see any arms waving or any shadows, that's Connor. Don't worry, it's everything is under control.
Yeah, it looks like the playing field is a little bit darker now, but we're still able to see anything. I hope you guys at home are also still able to see anything.
Oh my goodness, Marley drew well doing 2 Fire Energy off the Marshadow.
Oh my god, Marley draws so well, like a young god. And we see, was that the GX attack?
Yes, it was, because, I mean, usually you want to say the GX attack for taking a big knockout on something else, or if you want to be able to attack 2 turns in a row. But in this matchup, there's nothing big to knock out, so you may as well, if the GX is the only thing you can use, it's better to use that just to take the KO when you otherwise couldn't. It's not a waste of a GX attack, even though it might look like it at first.
Yeah, that's actually very true. Yeah, you are right. The only Pokemon in Monika's deck that has more than 200 HP or 230 HP is the Pheromosa Buzzwole, and this is, as we already have seen, weak to fire.
Yeah, so it's going to be very, very easy to KO no matter which way you look at it.
And we see an Ultra Ball.
Yep. discarding Guzma and
Ooh, 2 Guzmas.
yeah, that's really not ideal. Guzma is kind of one of the biggest backbones of the Zapdos based decks, because it's one of the decks that can make the most use out of the self-switching effect that Guzma has. So to be able to switch into your Jirachi to an Unstellar Wish, but then also bring the Zapdos back that active to do more of Thunderous Assault. It's I don't think I've ever seen a Zapdos deck list with less than 4 Guzma.
Well, most of the decks play 4 Guzmas.
Well, I mean, Marley's playing 3, so
Yeah, true.
it's 3 might be more common in some other builds, but in Zapdos it's literally never below 4.
That's very true. I mean, you want to have as many switching options as possible, because
Absolutely.
you always need to switch Zapdos in to deal that extra 70 damage, which are crucial.
Yes. It's going to be very weird when Guzma goes, considering what a defining card it's been.
Yeah.
And of course, this year the rotation is happening. Instead of happening after Worlds, it's happening like the Worlds is the first weekend with the new rotation in effect. So we've not really had that before. So it's going to be very, very strange.
Yeah, but me as a viewer, I won't be attending Worlds. I don't have an invite. Me as a viewer, I do actually enjoy that, because it makes Worlds feel way more relevant.
Yeah, it is kind of a weird thing, because it's so they made the shake-up a few years ago where they made it so that the August set, instead of it being like the pre-release set for Worlds, it's legal on the weekend of Worlds. That was like the first shake-up. Now this is like the second shake-up that's happened. So Worlds this year is going to be crazy. It's yeah, we're very looking forward to it very much. I won't be attending either, unfortunately. So yeah, it's I missed it for 2 years now. It's like I do want to go back, but unfortunately not this year. But anyway,
that's sad to hear, Nick.
no,
Do you have an invite?
well, no, I kind of already knew I wasn't going partway through the season,
okay.
so I stopped chasing at that point. I attended like 2 regionals, and I got points from one of them. I got top 32 Harrogate, but I didn't. I completely bombed out at Bristol. It was horrendous.
Okay, yeah, I've actually attended 2 League Cups at my mom's league.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Oh, actually, I did win 1 League Cup this season. I remember now. I won a League Cup with Lost March. I was pretty proud of that. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, but let's get back
Yes,
into
of course. Yeah, this isn't about us. Yeah, see, there was a Mars Shadow let loose from Monika's side, and the Zapdos came active. Just another Thunderous Assault for 80. Yeah, 80.
Yeah.
I don't know why it looks like a 3 on there, but it's a 2 on the other die. Oh, the Shine of Punishment. That's why.
Oh, yeah. It is a 3. It does not only look like it.
Yes. But this is exactly the problem we sort of got into earlier. One of the reasons why Marley was able to do so well in Game 1 was because he could just play the whole game without benching a single GX.
Yeah.
Now that Shrine of Punishment is going to be doing a lot of work, and Marley's going to need to counter it as quickly as possible with the one Heat Factory that he plays.
Does he play Field Blower?
No. Oh dear. Yeah, that's not good.
But I'm fairly sure Marley has faced decks that play Shrine of Punishment during the tournament, and he knows what to do.
Oh well, yeah, I'm sure he knows what to do. It's just that obviously, if your deck isn't equipped in your list to deal with multiple copies of Shrine of Punishment, then it's just going to be a bad time. And even if Marley tries to be clever with it and wait till the first Shrine of Punishment goes down, Monika's playing 3 of them, so eventually she's going to make it stick.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that will be one of the things that Monika considers the most when she's trying to formulate her strategy.
And we see an Electropower, and we also see
Kartana with grass.
with
Rainbow Energy. This Kartana's a really cool card, actually.
We haven't seen that all weekend.
No, so
appears like Marley also hasn't seen it during this day.
Yeah, it seems like a semi underrated card. It has an attack which is very similar to Buzzwole. It does more damage if you have exactly 4 prizes remaining. The only difference is instead of starting at 30 and going up to 120, it starts at 10 and goes up to 130. So it's actually pretty cool. But not only that, it's got no retreat cost.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, I didn't see it. But again, it's weak to fire.
It is weak to fire. It has got 70 HP, so I think in this specific instance it doesn't matter as much. Potentially relevant for an Outrage KO maybe, especially because with the Rainbow. Actually, yeah, it means that Outrage with no damage on it can get the KO if there's a Rainbow attached to the Kartana.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, it could be relevant, I guess. Anyhow, play passes back to Marley now, as there's another Welder played, and quite sensibly Marley wanting to go for the non-GX attackers as much as possible, does put down the energy onto the Volcanion on the bench, and just setting yourself up for another one by grabbing that Growlithe with the Nest Ball.
Yeah, and we finally see Growlithe. I'm sure we will see Arcanine again. That seemed to be his strategy during this matchup. He's attaching an energy from hand.
Yep.
And I wonder if he's going to attack with Flare Strike or maybe retreat and go for the Volcanion.
Yeah, so it's hard to say.
Oh, switch.
Aha, you said, yeah, there it is.
Oh, that's smart.
That is quite smart. And and let loose as well. And this is what I was saying earlier about, it doesn't matter as long as Marley can put the work in. Monika's yet to take a single prize. Marley's already taken 2 and is about to take another one. So even if that Reshiram Charizard gets KO'd now, Marley's still ahead in the prize trade.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he won't place another GX or tag team.
No, absolutely not. Yeah, Marley's done very, very well in spite of that potentially rocky start. And this is what we were saying earlier about how, well, rather you were saying that, sure, he started with the tag team, but it's still got a lot of HP, and absolutely, Monika's not been able to KO it.
Yeah, it can handle a lot of damage.
Mm-hmm. So, there goes the High Heat Blast for the knockout there.
Some Shrine of Punishment damage is added.
Yep. And yeah, I'd be shocked if this Reshiram Charizard wasn't KO'd either this turn or next turn. But again, even by that point, it would mean that Monika's even on prizes with Marley. So Marley can just take 1 prize a turn after that and still win the game.
Yeah, and Monika is using her Stellar Wish ability, seeing what she can get, hopefully finding something useful there.
Yep. Looks to be like, is that Field Blower as one of the options?
She doesn't need Field Blower.
No.
The only thing she could Field Blower away are her own tools or her own stadium. And
also, that was her hand, not the Stellar Wish. Sorry.
Oh,
so
okay.
yeah, and so she's gone for the Ultra Ball from the Stellar Wish instead, sensibly opting to discard the Shrine of Punishment. I think Monika realizes that once this Reshiram and Charizard tag team goes down, that Marley won't be benching another GX, so she can fairly safely discard her other Shrine of Punishments with the Ultra Ball.
Yeah. She doesn't need that card anymore. We
Nope.
see a Blitzel. She has the Substriker in hand, so I'm sure we're going to see it next turn.
Yeah, and there it is. Electro Power actually got the Field Blower in hand, so that's
3 prices for Monika, and now they're even in prices again.
Yep. So now it's just going to be a matter of, can Marley find a KO every turn with single prize attackers? If he can, he's going to win the game. If not, then Monika will be able to stabilize from there and take control of things. Yeah,
that's what the current meta has come down to.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to miss a single turn.
Yeah. Especially more so when obviously single prize attackers are involved. So there's the Arcanine from Marley. There's a Fiery Flint, actually just discarding, obviously to discard the rest of the hand, and obviously to discard that Reshiram Charizard as well. So there goes. So Marley's hand is literally just 4 fire energy right now.
His hand is lit.
Yeah. Oh your puns are on fire today. I'm just saying. Also,
thank you, Nick.
Also now, our esteemed producer Connor is giving us both a death glare. So maybe we should cease immediately.
So we see a KO from Marley. At least this turn he was able to keep up the pace, and now it's Monika's turn to react to that.
Maybe Connor's Stellar Wish is for us to stop making puns. Okay, I'm actually going to stop that. I can't help myself.
Once you're into that, you're driving down the pun road.
Yeah, exactly. I bet we can't see the chat right now, but I bet you guys are probably just sort of lambasting us endlessly. Oh boy. Anyway, so yeah, back to the game. So that's Fire Flint from Marley. That was attaching, taking the KO with the Volcanion. Monika goes for the Tapu Koko Prism Star ability. Dance of the Ancients attaches to the Zeb Striker and the Marshadow, but you can see she just doesn't have that many good attackers going. She can't even do more damage with the Kartana because that opportunity's been missed. Marley's not on 4 prizes. Marley's only got 2 left to take. There's a Rescue Stretcher, quite a good find. But wait, can Monika actually retreat this Jirachi?
I don't think so.
Oh, Monika has a Tapu Koko in hand, the GX.
Yeah, now that also explains why she attached the energy to Marshadow and Substriker.
Yeah, so there's a Rainbow going down onto.
And we see the Tapu Koko GX coming into play.
Yep.
She uses the ability.
Aero Trail. So that comes in. Sky High Claws does 130, knocks out the Volcanion, and
Our Hedge just making sure that nothing is missed.
Nope.
And
oh, okay. They're just getting the Shrine of Punishment damage ready for the Tapu Koko.
Yeah.
So.
No attack has happened yet.
No.
Monika still playing a Cynthia.
Yeah. Oh no, it was a Lily.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So there goes the KO onto the Volcanion. Up comes the Jirachi. This is the turn where things could get real. So Marley now has an opportunity to win the game just by taking a knockout here. So if he can find the resources to charge up this Arcanine with this Welder and then retreat the. Well, we know he has the energy in hand. So actually, all he needs is he's won. He's got the switch in hand.
Oh. Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah, well, it wins in the game. He just plays the switch, goes in, and High Heat Blast will KO the Tapu Koko GX. Marley is your regional champion.
And we have the first champion here in Jönköping.
Yes.
It's Marley from Denmark.
Congratulations, Marley. Commiserations to Monika as well. A very well played series, but that Reshiram Charizard deck is just even. Again, with that slightly less than optimal start, just the fire attackers and all the support so powerful. When you're attaching extra energies or drawing cards, you've got these means of getting back energy with the fire crystal and getting out of the deck with fiery flint. Just so much good support.
It's so crazy to see, and also Marley played this extremely confident. He was in the lead most of the time, and it was a very, very nice match to watch. It was very entertaining. I enjoyed it a lot. I hope you guys at home also enjoyed it. We need to see if we can actually get Marley for a winner's interview. With juniors and seniors, sometimes the English is not that good, so we need to double check that.
So we're going to go for a quick break, and we'll be back either with the lead up to the senior finals, or we'll be back with an interview. So either way, don't go anywhere.